So we've got another early season review video here, and this time we'll be focusing more on the players. It's been an interesting campaign so far, 3 games played. But the first question, Victor, is which players have caught the eye so far after 3 games?
I mean, it's hard to point to a lot of players here because it's still so early, and I think off the air at some point we were talking about the fact that nobody really caught the eye that much. But and I totally agree with your take on that. I would point towards Grealish at the moment. He's doing some very unseen things at Everton, actually. I'm liking how João Pedro took the task at Chelsea. 2 goals, 2 assists already after 3 match days. And Ekitike, I know maybe you're gonna say bias and whatnot, but I'll also give you Enzo Fernandez. He's been an absolute beast in midfield for Chelsea.
Yeah, those are fresh outs. And then, Max, moving on to something that is always a topic of discussion every season, the Golden Boot race. And I know for the past 2 seasons now, the usual suspects before every campaign, you have Erling Haaland, Mohamed Salah, water is wet and stuff like that. But after the first 3 games, do you still have those guys as favorites, or do you think some players would give them a close chase this time around?
At least I can definitely say that Salah is not in this race anymore because he has too much attack-wise players that can steal his goals despite last season, and I'd say mostly it's Haaland for the now. But if he get injured or not playing a lot, probably I'll go with João Pedro as well because he's been pretty much decent in a couple of months. I mean, and if he starts every game and keep going, he can probably fight for that.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't mention Sheshko.
If yeah, that too, but also was just gonna point out that if Grealish keeps going at this rate, watch out for Beto and Ndiaye.
Exactly the point. But just to add to what Mark said, I think it's a close one for Salah this season, especially because he's going to leave for the AFCON. It's going to be out for at least maybe 4 to 5 games at the very minimum. So it's going to be a big disservice to him as well. But I mean, Salah has won the Golden Boot on occasions where he still went for the AFCON. So it's Salah at the end of the day, but we'll have to wait and see. And then moving on and back to you, Victor. There's always a breakout player of the season, someone we did not, expect, and he just took us by storm. So new signing or old players inclusive, who do you think would be the breakout player of this campaign?
If I want to take the piss, I'm going to say Richarlison. He's actually been a little bit surprising so far. I'm kind of looking at João Pedro, but he needs to keep his temper in check. I'm not expecting him to win like individual awards at the end of the season, but I do expect him, if he keeps going at this rate, to be in the team of the season. Breakout player. This could go so very wrong, for so many players. But I'm gonna say Ekitike because I just have this sneaky feeling that he's going to give Isak such a run for his money.
Interesting. I mean, I don't find that surprising anyway because I had similar thoughts as well. But yeah, we're gonna see about that. And moving on to you, Max. Which new signing has impressed the most for you so far?
Mm,
Eshko.
yeah, if only from bad side, but actually I would say probably Kudus because I didn't really expect anything from him, and when he came to Spurs and his duo with Richarlison is doing pretty much decent, at least for 4 games that season, including Super Cup. And I'd say if he can keep the same energy and playing on the same level, he would definitely do a decent job this season in both UCL and Prem.
Fair enough. And now on the opposite side of things, Victor, who has been the most disappointing new signing so far for you?
Yeah, and not
I'm
saying
tempted. No, I'm actually tempted to say Wirtz, because there was a lot of hype. Okay, a lot of hype. Not least because of the money, but because of how good of a player he is. I think it's kind of the low hanging fruit to say Wirtz because of his lack of goal contributions, and his overall play was a little bit has been a little bit anonymous so far. Um, if not Wirtz, that's the problem. Who else do I pick? Because I don't think anybody came in with as much hype and has played as poorly as Wirtz has. It's not like he's been giving the ball away every time he touches it or anything like that. It's just he's not standing out as much as you're expecting him to. So that's like the fact that he's been so damn good in the Bundesliga is actually his disservice. But you cannot fault a young player, what is essentially still a young player, moving to a new country, to a new league, to expect him to just come in and score 5 and assist 6 in the first 3 match days. But because a lot of people, I'm kind of giving into peer pressure here, basically, and I'm just saying Wirtz was the most disappointing because most people are saying that Wirtz was the most disappointing.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, given all the hype, given the fact that he joined a super team like Liverpool and stuff like that, I mean, it's valid. It's a valid shout, to be fair. But anyways, that is our early season review after game 3, and of course, we'll be doing this from time to time, and we'll see if our opinions remain the same or if they are going to change. But for now, the season is looking exciting. Everything is looking pumped up, and we are just going to be here to give all the latest updates as all the action unfolds.